Welcome to the first word.
Gross. I was hoping we would talk for a second.
No, we're just fucking with you.
Oh, you did a great job, though. I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a part two, so you kind of just jump right into it. We shouldn't. I wish we weren't doing two
Good
episodes.
God, we just had a super great conversation. We have a drink of this of fucking Ruby. God,
Yeah.
it was so good.
God damn. I pity the fool who hasn't seen that episode.
Oh, yeah, it was so good. What did you think, Zach? Oh, my God!
Oh yeah, I'm over here now. Hey guys, this is weird. So make sure to watch yesterday's episode where we talked about the season finale of Volume 6 of RWBY, and now we're going to get into Genlock episodes 1 and 2, because apparently there's a lot to talk about there that we couldn't put into one episode.
I would like to say that there might be 2 episodes worth in that, in this, probably because...
Potentially, because there's 2 episodes to talk about.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Man.
All right.
So I thought I would have a problem with the animation. I did, just because if I listened to so many people talk about how the animation is going to be a problem. And the first time I watched it, I did think it was a little bit choppy. But going back and watching it a second and a third time, everything seems so fluid in a good way.
Yep. Definitely.
The aesthetic of the changing frame rates worked well with what they were doing.
Man,
Yeah.
that room. Okay, so it started out with them doing the hologram, whatnot. And
Mm-hmm.
we realized that was a hologram.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Unity, after they left and Unity started like doing their whole little attack on New York,
Right.
we saw their entire
The
house. Union? Yeah, Union. Sorry. Once we saw them, we saw their entire house, like their paintings, the TV, everything that was up on there,
Yeah.
start to glitch out.
Well, the paintings were still there.
No, the paintings glitched out too.
Paintings are still there.
I mean, there was it seemed like there was an overlay over everything, but
Right.
when it started glitching, everything that was behind the wall was still there. So the paintings and the brick was, but like the overlay with the
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
grid
wallpaper
was
and
not.
the...
It
Yeah.
looked like I thought it
Lighting,
looked like the
everything.
whole room was like all digitized.
Most of it was.
Yeah.
But the paintings were still there.
Man, that's super neat. Oh man, another thing, we're in like 2067 in this future.
I think it's 68.
Yeah, we were
Was it
talking about
68?
I think
how...
so.
Yeah, Chase died in '68.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Goose was mentioning how she hoped that they wouldn't be too specific on the date so that it could be like a potential future.
Yes.
And then they gave 2068. And that just reminded me of
like Marty McFly and fucking like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, they could have gone the Mega Man route of being like 20XX
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
fucking, or
I was saying I was hoping that it wouldn't happen like that because like we'll get to 2068 and just
it's gonna be so dated.
yeah, just a couple of years and they'll be like, oh well.
I kind of had that same thought, but then also when they said 4 years later, especially, I was like, well, then you didn't even have to fucking say the date. You could have just,
yeah.
if you were going to express that it was 4 years later by just saying 4 years later, then you definitely didn't have to put a date on it. We could just follow the timeline that way.
No, because it's 2072, and that's what the future's gonna be like
In
in 2072.
I do like that they are actually using real world shit instead of trying to make it a complete new
Like,
world.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty
I
cool.
really love that. That is makes it much more relatable and like seeing the actual like outline of fucking New York in
Dude.
2068 was fucking awesome.
From the beginning, though, I thought Miranda was 2 weeks from retirement. You know, because from the start of it, she's like hinting at her and Chase getting married, and then she's like on the front line, and then whenever the Union attacks New York, she isn't able to be contacted on the comms, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh fuck, she's dead, and he's gonna have to react to that, and that's how we're gonna get his arc started.
Nope.
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 No. One thing I really like before we talk about him dying,
Dying.
fucking his partner in the sky was voiced by Lindsay Jones,
Yeah.
who also does the voice of Ruby,
Right.
and I thought it was pretty cool that she was like the first person to die in the whole show, really.
Yeah.
Not besides all the countless bystanders that
Right.
got wrecked by the fucking nanobots.
Yeah, that was
Those
really
things
cool.
are so
Dude,
neat.
the
Speaking
fucking
of those
Yeah.
nanobots and like the Union coming down, whenever that guy like pulled out a little badge that had that symbol on it and that made him and his family safe from the nanobots, like
Yeah.
Oh, that's because that was a
It was
Union symbol.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they looked at him and he was like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm a part of your clan."
Right.
And
Yeah,
he was like,
like we were trying to put it together
The
as to
fucking
what was going on.
yeah.
the fucking look that his wife gave him.
Right.
It was like-
Yeah.
And his kid was like, holy shit, you're part of this thing that's destroying our home?
"Yeah."
Yeah.
I mean, they already knew what the Union was, like,
Right.
but like fucking Jesus.
Even bigger than that, civilian-wise, the biggest civilian that fucking hit my heart, and at the
The
same
baby?
time, Yeah, the chick
Yeah.
with the baby.
And then the tank's aiming at it, and then the
like
oh
she
fuck.
handed it off, but at the same time, she just handed off her baby to get sent off on its own.
Yeah.
They got saved,
hmm
so that baby's just going
Yeah.
away.
That baby's fine.
Yeah, that baby's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen to that baby. It's
Well,
outta
besides
here.
being an orphan.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Wah, wah,
like
wah.
in her head, she's gonna be like, "Wow, I should have just waited like 3 more seconds, and I would have been fine."
Calling it right now,
That
that baby is Jinlock ready.
This
Of
is
course.
Fine.
Calling it right
Fine.
the fuck
Okay.
now.
Yeah,
This
we're gonna
is
have a
baby
toddler
is
in the
Jinlock.
next episode running a
Later
fucking.
on.
No.
So wait, later on in the series, I'm
a
thinking
5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
5-year-old kid, 5 seasons down the road, becomes Jinlock ready, and David Tennant's
it
like,
has the training from day one of how to use the mech and everything.
Why?
And then later on in the series,
Well,
because
if
he
you
got,
find-
he got
throughout the
taken
years,
by the Anvil people.
you have like a 10-year fucking
Military.
You have 10 years throughout it, and then there's this 10-year-old kid who's fucking amazing with this mech, and all of a sudden you have this child prodigy mech user. I feel like that will happen.
I could accept
That's
that.
what I want.
Yeah,
to
I can
happen.
accept it too, but
Yeah.
fuck.
Way later on in the series,
Yeah.
and call it back like really fluidly.
We'll come
but
back. We'll come back to this episode. Make sure he called it. Probably like 5 years from now.
Right on.
Yeah.
This is you know.
This pans out.
Just saying, when it happens, you called it.
Want all the credit, none of the blame.
But yeah, no. But back on fucking Chase. That was the last thing I expected.
Yeah.
Was for him to be the guy that goes down.
For a second, I was like, "Are they just gonna waste Michael B. Jordan?" here?
Yeah.
It's
Him,
like-
him fucking blocking the EMP with, or ESD, I guess they called it,
Yeah.
with the fucking jet.
yeah.
Like when he went up and actually blocked the fucking shots from it.
Mhm.
Oh my god! I was
Yeah.
just like, that's so genius.
That
You're
was
gonna
really cool.
fucking die.
He did a
Yeah.
lot.
What?
He did a lot of cool things in that.
Right.
But another thing he did was like
Oh.
he was being chased
Hold
down
on.
by somebody, and then like he went next to a building, just went.
And he was like,
And the
Yeah,
guy-
yeah. He just went. No, he kept
Oh,
doing
yeah.
this to
Right.
everybody,
Yep.
just
Yeah.
a fucking
You're right.
2-finger salute.
They established him really well as a very talented pilot and as a very brave person
Yeah.
who would like willingly sacrifice his entire being, even though he has a family to come back to and a potential like life mate.
They made talks of wifelyhood.
And then,
Right.
but I mean, he did say he was like, I'm buying you guys more time. He thought
Right.
like if he
Yeah,
went
he
back,
he
like,
straight up thought he
Exactly.
was sacrificing himself.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
when the
he
chick,
thought if like he went back that she was gonna die.
Right,
Probably.
which she might have.
Yeah.
She probably would have.
when the chick that was voiced by Lindsay died, I was really upset because of the moves that she pulled
She was
Down
also
by-
being a
Yeah.
badass.
down by
She
the
was
fucking water where
flying
she was going
backwards.
and
Oh,
then
yeah.
going into the fucking like weaving in and out of the things on the levee right there.
Yeah.
Right next to the water.
Nah, she was
And
super
those
awesome
are like
too.
not
Yeah.
that far in between each other, and then like turning around and coming back out and shooting and coming back in.
Right.
It's like ah.
The weaving through the buildings, that animation
Yeah.
was really great.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
super
Anything where they were in any sort of like a mechanical vehicle at all just looked great.
Yeah.
Man, I want to know what the fuck is up with the Union. What the fuck is
Right.
that giant robot thing? Like, I understand the
Right.
nanobots are man-made.
Yeah. Here's okay.
At least we think they're man-made.
I'm not sure I want to bring this up yet until we get.
We're still in episode 1.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not gonna.
We'll
mention
make
it.
our way.
Okay.
We're getting
Fucking-
there.
Right. But I have some serious thoughts on.
Were you gonna
How
mention
did-
the theory that you mentioned in episode 2?
Yeah, I have some serious
We'll get there.
qualms.
How did
We'll get
that?
there.
How did that get? She mentioned it. How did that get so close, without
Okay.
them realizing? it
Yeah,
was there?
exactly.
The big
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
So camouflage tech, because
Yeah.
they already have shown that they have camouflage tech in the outro sequence and in
Right.
the intro sequence. To the, well, it's the intro sequence,
Which-
but
I mean,
No.
I was thinking that maybe it could collapse down, like the legs collapse down into the inside
think-
of it, and it
I
just
feel like there'd be
raised up or
sensors down
something.
there.
Yeah,
Why-
I feel like it's all about people being related to the Union in the city and having like given
Union's
them
got
access.
bigger pull than we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we've already seen them have civilian
Yeah, just
recruits,
straight up, yeah.
and later on we get some more going on. But you know, the Union is definitely a like very subversive force in their
Mhm.
in their reality, and I'm wondering what the actual role of this military is in like relation to the populace. Because if they're able to convert civilians, that kind of implies that there's some ideological barrier that
Yeah. It's like
people
the
are
size
able to
of
cross
left or right.
easily. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They also talked about people getting infected by nanotech.
Right. Well, yeah. I
Which
mean,
is
that's
why
the
Julian
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So
What?
That's why Julian couldn't be brought back by regenerative shit, was because he got infected.
No,
by
he
it.
can.
No,
be.
he
no,
could.
he can be. It's the fact
You
that
mean Chase?
his name's Julian Chase.
Right.
No, he can be brought back by it, but
Because he got infected.
but Weller doesn't like nanotech because it is a union thing.
Right.
He specifically says it.
But they have regenerative capabilities within themselves that they couldn't.
He's the
I
nanotech
thought
is
it
what
was
kept.
why
The
they-
nanotech's
it
what
was-
kept him alive
It was
while
what
he
kept
was.
him alive and why he couldn't be regenerated
No.
by the technology that they had.
No,
How
they
I
got the
took
nano- the
it out of
nanotech-
fucking 5 times that I watched
The
it.
nanotech was pulled out of him, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But he does no. Weller does not want to use the nanotech. He says it's nasty stuff. He doesn't want to use it.
Right.
It's because of Weller that they haven't used that for the regenerative thing.
But that's the thing is like they already said
They even
said
tried
we
it.
have already
They
Done
never
this
said that
with-
they had tried.
yes
No, they
said
didn't.
that's immediately what the dude says is why not regeneration
Yeah, and Dr. Weller says,
As in, we've done
nanobots,
this
nasty stuff.
as it, which is explaining the fact that he was infected with the nanobots so they couldn't use their regenerative shit on it.
Their
Nanobots,
regenerative
nasty
shit
stuff.
is the nano stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. That's how they regenerate. Is with the nanotech. That is that science. That's
I didn't take it as that.
that's
I took it
that's
as,
what they
I
said.
took it as that being the reason that they couldn't.
He
use
talked
their shit
about
on
using the nanobots to regenerate him, and Dr. Weller said that no, that's nasty stuff. They don't want to use it. He doesn't want to use it.
Yeah, I really disagree with that interpretation. Because
That's exactly what he said. It's not an interpretation. It's what he said.
I don't know. I didn't catch that part.
I just got done watching it, and I made sure to go back and turn on subtitles to rewatch it again. I'm sitting there like clicking back a few steps, making sure that I caught every little detail to come to
I'll have to
this.
rewatch that scene in specific, but the way that I took that whole sequence going is they had already had like regenerative stuff that they had used on other people already within their own fucking realm that didn't have anything to do with the Union, and they had talked about how the Union had weaponized the nanobots,
No.
and then because of how the Union had weaponized that is why they couldn't use their own tech against what happened to Julian.
Okay, well-
I'm,
Is what I'm saying.
I'm guessing
Right.
that the nanotech was originally created by the Union, by that side of people, and
I don't
the
know.
reason that they wouldn't want to use it on somebody is because people we saw how easily something can be reprogrammed, something can be changed.
I mean, I know
With
that
the
Aaron's
nanotech.
like literally quoting that scene, but it depends on whether or not it has a deeper interpretation. It's just yet to.
Yeah.
Right.
He says
I think-
nanobots nasty stuff,
Right.
and that's to be interpreted as either the nanobots are the reason they can't use their shit, or the nanobots are something that he doesn't want to use.
It depends
Well, I
on
don't
whether
think
or
I
not
don't
you're
think
taking it
Weller wants to.
literally.
I don't think
use
he wants to
nanobots.
use it.
Because
No,
it
I
seems
think-
like he would have.
I think he's
already.
against it.
Yeah.
Whenever like other people are already for it, he is against it. But he didn't give like a scientific reason as to why. He just said that he didn't like that's not his bag.
Yeah.
That's not what he's into. He's not going to do that.
Sure. So, the whole thing with Weller,
I love him.
I do too.
Oh my
I think he's
goodness.
really interesting.
Especially his brain farts. His brain farts are what made me love him.
right
the
when he's
most.
like, cut
Let's
to
cut
the.
No, he did that because fucking the dude's name is Chase.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
I love like when he's his
Anyway.
ability to stop in the
Spoilers.
middle of a sentence.
Yeah.
Like when you fucking like you still understand what he was about to say.
Right.
Like Tennant's doing a fucking good.
He
They're,
is.
they're all doing a really good
They're
job.
all doing a fantastic
Anyways,
job, but
with Weller, I feel like he has implied at a few different times that he's got some like he mentions that the nanotech started up and that the Genlock thing started up like immediately prior to the conflict that they're having right now.
Yeah.
they had a breakthrough right before.
Right. To me, that says that there's probably something to do with this research and development program that he's involved with that has to do with the reason this war was started.
Do you think those the other mechs are controlled by people like away like the Union mechs?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they're also controlled the kind of like with the same way that the Genlock mechs are? What
I don't
there's
think so.
What are they
actually
called?
people in
Borons?
space.
Holons.
Oh, yeah. I don't think so.
It looks like there is actual people in the suits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like they're manned.
Well, I'm talking about like the little spider.
Yeah, I
suits.
think those are manned.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't remember the
They
end of the
almost-
first episode. I can't remember if anybody got like yanked out of one of them or something.
They almost
like
seem
that. I don't think
RC.
so.
They could be.
Yeah.
They could be. But
RC is a,
I don't think they're using the same technology as the Genlock stuff because I think they'd be more
Mhm.
formidable
Oh,
if they were.
No, well, yeah. If they were using the same technology as the Genlock stuff, that guy that came in and ended up dying at the end of episode 2
Would have been fine.
would have been fine.
Probably.
He would have probably known that he couldn't
Yeah,
jump in that
right.
motherfucker.
Which what a fucking idiot. But
Man.
Like we
God.
all knew what was gonna happen. with
Right.
that.
That scene was
Yeah.
so good, though.
yeah,
It was. It was great.
that was cool.
Like, yeah, you go ahead and put him in there.
Yeah, I like how Weller's like, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and
no.
the general's like,
He
no,
obviously
absolutely
has-
not.
Yeah,
he has
like-
the upper hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The way he said that even was super tongue in cheek. It's just like clearly he has the upper
All of
hand.
it, everything he was doing was super tongue in cheek.
Right.
Whenever he first got kidnapped with him, and he's on the elevator with him,
Right.
he was on top of his game
Right.
already.
He knew exactly what he was there for.
He knew he was 2 steps ahead of that dude already.
Right.
Immediately.
Which Chase knew too, exactly why he was there, but he also apparently didn't have the forethought to be like.
I loved that.
He was just,
Oh,
like, prepared for one of the-
See, the difference was that Weller knew that he had killed the actual guy that was supposed to be
Right,
there.
and he knew that.
Julian did not.
Right.
Yeah.
Julian just thought like this is the same dude. He somehow passed it, but he's on the Union
Right.
side. He's on the
Right.
Union side.
Yeah, but
So-
Weller put it together that you can't fake the test
Man,
results. So
best
yeah.
the best fucking one of my favorite moments of fucking Julian was whenever he linked into that mech and he looks over at his best friend and he goes and he the dude's just like, hey, and him in the robot suit just goes, sup. Like nothing ever happened. Just look out, 400 foot tall robot coming through.
Fucking
Yep.
the slightly Deus Ex Machina, but totally worth it. Fucking boom.
Yeah.
Like, and you turn around and shooting at him. Like,
Mm.
just so she could get that one upper hand.
Oh,
Like, man.
that's something else. Before that, the characters, the new guys, the 3 new people that were coming in, plus
Fucking
the
amazing.
traitor, McLeod, the Scottish lady.
Yeah.
Do you know who she's based off of? Fox fucking McLeod.
For real?
She has a tiny robot fox on her shoulder,
Yeah.
Ah.
and then she gets the little ears as well when she gets her little suit.
It's more of a bunny thing, but
And her name's McLeod. But it's Mac Cloud.
I think it's just because she's Scottish.
and fucking Macy Williams.
Why does she have a
Jesus
robot cloud?
Christ,
Maisie.
goddamn Maisie.
What?
She's-
Why she have-
Why
why
she
she-
got, or not robot cloud? Why she got a robot fox on her shoulder?
That probably is a reference to Fox
Come on.
McCloud.
Come on.
But I don't think she's based on him.
No, not based, but also like I tried to take time to like look at everybody as well as I could. What's his name? Idiosan, the Japanese dude. He's got a fucking guitar.
He's my fucking favorite.
Yeah, he's got a guitar and he's got like whatever you first see him. He's got like he looks like he's in a biker gang
And that Bushido mech.
or something.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I was getting on to Serena for being super into Maisie Williams' character immediately, McLeod, just because she didn't have any
I was like, I
background.
have
but then,
no reason
Well,
why.
yeah,
I mean,
but at the same time,
Yes.
immediately I was super into
Yeah.
fucking
One of
Japanese guy.
One of her first big lines that was even in the second episode was a immediate Red versus Blue reference.
Right.
And because he was looking at Valentina, and he was like, if you're not looking to fight, why are you even here? And she goes, it's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
Man, when fucking
That
when
was so good.
when Chase first gets revealed as being back, I was like, what the fuck is with Rooster Teeth and AI?
Yeah.
Before it came,
I mean, when you
yeah,
saw
before it
it-
came to
Not
be.
with AI?
I thought it could be.
First?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably missed like a couple things from the episodes because we were just talking out loud the entire time.
That makes sense.
I like how they did the trailer to not reveal.
Excuse you?
They specifically cut the trailer in when he appears behind them.
Mhm.
They didn't show him appearing in
Right,
the trailer. They
yeah.
showed him just behind them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And specifically
Yeah.
cut it in the way that you couldn't
When-
have told that he was a hologram in that.
When we saw that he
Super dope.
died, I looked at him and I was like, I've seen a bunch of the trailers, and none of them are from scenes that have been in this episode. So either they just like completely cut Michael B.
Trailers
Jordan.
are bullshit, dude.
Trailers
Yeah.
aren't.
Well, and
Well,
they've
like, they either
also
just completely cut him, or it's gonna be just a ton of flashbacks.
Yeah.
They've also been like hyping up the fact that Michael B. Jordan is like
Right.
the main star of this, so for them to like just kill him off in
Is
the
this fucking
first
stunt
scene.
casting? That's what I thought. Like,
Right.
they just go to the nth degree with this
They
fucking
just
stunt
they paid
casting.
him like the minimal amount just so he could be in the first
Yeah,
episode.
exactly. Put
And
his
it was
name
just
on
done.
it. He's got an executive producer credit also. So.
Yeah, he does.
He likes to get into the stuff that he does.
Which is probably how
Put
they
his
convinced him
fucking
to do
teeth in
this.
this one.
Because if you get an EP credit, you pretty much get
His
paid whatever is
rooster
possible to
teeth.
pay you. You know,
yeah.
it's like the highest paid people.
That's him and man. Also another another person that I don't ever think I've heard voice act before, but is doing a great job is fucking Dakota Fanning. Dakota
Right.
Fanning.
I didn't even realize it was her until
Right?
second
Yeah,
episode.
no, it didn't even sound like her. It sounded man, who did
Yeah.
it sound like? It sounded like a much older person.
Right.
I
But I
said
mean,
it
she
sounded
is
like
older
Miss
now, which is
Incredible.
crazy.
Huh?
I said
Yeah.
it sounded like Miss Incredible.
Jodie
Yes,
Foster?
Yes, that's perfect. No, that's absolutely perfect. Did Jodie Foster do Miss Incredible?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Elastigirl.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it sounded just like
This
Elastigirl.
is
I
not
thought that the
Dakota
last time I
Fanning's
watched
first-
it, I thought it.
This is not Dakota Fanning's first voice actor.
I mean,
No,
it may
she,
not be, but that's the
um,
first thing that I
Right.
can think of her being
She was in My Neighbor Totoro
She was.
as a kid.
I
That
don't
was
know.
probably her first
I
one.
Yeah.
don't know what My Neighbor Totoro is.
Studio
We,
Ghibli?
we can't get off on this tangent because.
Yep, not fair. Can't do it.
No,
we're on,
Studio-
we're on with
Studio
that.
Ghibli. My
Yeah,
name is-
Yeah, no, we get
I
it.
probably-
No, we gotta-
Colin,
we gotta go
it's a
back. We
feudal
gotta go back.
fight.
I'm gonna be
Marking
sick. We
that
gotta
and
go.
saying,
Yeah.
right.
No, filing that away. We'll
I'm
just
sorry.
we're gonna get
No,
spirited
no,
away
no,
if we
I'm
keep
pretty
going with
sure
this.
I may have seen it, but if I hadn't, then I mean,
Just leave it in the
I'll
grave
go
of the
watch it.
fireflies and move
I like
on.
Studio Ghibli stuff, so I'll definitely go check it out if I
Fucking
haven't seen it.
Princess, man, it's okay.
Hey
But-
man, we can howl at this
Man.
castle all day. It's not gonna work. We gotta go. We gotta move
Yeah,
on.
we gotta fucking get kicking on this delivery
Yeah, back on-
service.
back
We
on-
just gotta.
Back on that nano jazz, man. How the fact that absolutely anything can be nano jazz.
Yeah,
Like this dude had a quarter that he was just sitting there
Right.
flicking around this whole time.
it was a fucking cloud of
Yeah, it was just a
nanotech.
small little
Only
nano
maybe
jazz
10
that he
more
could just.
minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh man. The fact that he just went. And it went.
Which, if they had just waited, then he would have just died
Yeah.
the same way
Uh,
and had fewer casualties.
yeah.
So they did fuck up. You know, because only he would have died if they had gone through with it, and he just got into the machine.
And he needed command to do it.
No, yeah.
Oh, if they
no,
had waited 10
yeah,
more minutes and
if they-
actually got there.
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
have just died, and he would have been the only one that died.
Yeah. If no one would have said anything, he would have been.
It
like,
wouldn't have been an
"Alright."
episode, though.
Maybe that wasn't his original plan. He was going with Plan B.
I mean, his plan was probably to make it to that phase and get
Yeah,
in there
he just
and
thought-
just take it.
Yeah, he just thought he was going to be able to take it.
Yeah, he didn't know about he
What? So the Union had no idea. Oh yeah.
No,
it's
yeah,
all top
they-
secret.
right.
super
Yeah,
top secret,
yeah,
double
he's
top.
like,
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
pop
man,
the
I
top.
love the-
It's on another top.
do you have any equipment to store? Just a bit.
Man,
That fucking the face she makes, like, oh
Fuck.
shit.
one other thing I was trying to look at deep whenever it came to the characters and whatnot were the three new people in episode 2.
Mhm.
Idioson, Valentina, and McLeod. What kind of people are they? What
Yeah.
Valentina has those I don't know if they're contacts or if it's just her eyes that are different, but she has robot eyes. Kind of, or maybe robot
Well,
contacts.
Does she?
they look
I
like
didn't
they
catch
were.
that.
She was
they
able.
were-
She was able to. She was translating what Idioson was saying
Mhm.
with
Through her eye,
eyes.
yeah, with her
through her
implant. Yeah,
eyes.
she
But-
was.
And it also had a level of I
Yeah.
know, but at the same time, everybody was able to understand everybody whenever they were doing stuff.
They look like they were eye overlays. The mom had them, and then the sister had them at the beginning of the
Yeah.
first episode as well.
So maybe just contacts
Yeah.
is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
I don't
It's
know
Yeah.
if
just
they're
something that
contacts or just
everybody
something
pretty
everyone
much
has.
has.
Right.
Like in the Black Mirror episode
Yeah.
that we watched Black
Where
Mirror
you
episode
can
recently.
rewatch everything.
Well, they have
in your
implants.
memories.
Yeah, I was
That-
thinking
Yeah,
that
I
maybe
feel like
it was
the-
something
all
like
of
that.
Yeah. See, I mean, but did the mom did they actually show the mom's eye view as well? Like
didn't
it
show
did
the
with
No,
her?
but you could see it
No,
in
but
her
you-
eye.
yeah,
and
I
also,
Ah.
The sister, when she was playing the game,
Yeah.
they showed that. on
Yeah,
her
yeah.
as
You
well.
saw it
And
go
then-
in close to her eye, and you saw the little wave of color.
And when she turned it off, you could see it sink in and not.
Yeah, like the when the
be as
mom
prominent
waved her
anymore.
hand, you could see the thing.
Okay.
also
okay, yeah,
whenever
yeah.
Chase is in the simulation, his eyes are blue, and then when they come back, they're yellow.
Also, did
So everybody's eyes do have something.
Yeah.
It's
Something.
like contacts of some
I
sort.
think if you're actually present, you can see the fucking thing in your
something
eye.
that I meant to pay
implant.
attention to is the line in his head, like the blue line in his
Is
head,
it
Yeah.
just
only
for
there,
style?
I don't know.
Only there when he's a hologram.
No, it's
No,
definitely
it's
there when
In-
you. Yeah.
okay, it's there.
Yeah.
when he's-
I said that
Yeah,
that
I
may have
couldn't-
been part of the nanotech technology or if like that was responsible from Jinlog due to the fact that he had this the
But he had it before,
compatibility.
yeah.
I don't know if like he had always had that because in the pictures it didn't show that those little blue lines in the back of his head, but they
Right.
obviously look like the same exact thing that one girl has around her eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's that neon.
it might be a technological implant of some
Yeah.
sort.
Some
Mhm.
kind of like.
And like it's around
Sensory.
his entire head on both sides.
Mhm.
It goes all the way to the back.
It could have been like just a style choice he had, or it could have been some sort of tech he had in his head. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
There's hella dreads in the show.
There are
Oh,
hella
yeah.
dreads.
Right?
I think it's because they're easy to animate.
Dreads are
A lot
nice.
easier than hair.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But stylistically,
Right. It
still
works. It
fits.
fucking works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the future, we're all gonna have dreads again.
What was the name of the woman that wears the yellow power armor? The one that's also a union member, but she is has apparently like
She defected.
Oh,
yeah, she defected.
right. The
I have no
the,
idea
the
how
one
to
that
say her
does
name.
the martial artist.
Yeah,
What is her name?
Who the fuck is Melisandre?
that's her.
Is that her?
Is it Melisandre?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I was like, why
She's-
do I want to say
Melisandre's from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Okay,
that's-
maybe yeah.
I was like,
Well,
why do I want to say
She's the
Melisandre?
red lady.
Any name
Okay.
sounds good to me other than Claudia
It's
Son and
with an,
Valentina.
it's something with an M.
Wait, who's-
Rosario Valentina. What?
Who is Valentina?
Valentina's the purple chick. With
Oh, okay.
the one that you see with the robot
With
eyes.
the knife throwing.
Yeah, she has knife. That's one big thing is like
Cloaky McRoadless.
these people's abilities are like vastly different. Like the one chick that he just said that's probably not the actual name.
Yeah.
She is definitely a combat expert. She's probably in the Union military.
She's
Uh,
she's got like rogue
Mc-
things going on.
McLeod just saw
Stealth.
somebody die for the first time, and like whenever like what you see her reaction to it is if that's not something that she's used to.
No, she comes from the tech world. I
Yeah,
think.
she's obviously just behind a computer and staying inside of a room.
Yeah.
She's not actually
Make
in.
yourself useful.
She doesn't know how to fight. Yeah. Fucking yellow chick says, "Yeah, make yourself useful." She's like, "Yeah, I know what I need to do."
Right.
And then Idiosan, we see him come out with a guitar. He's wearing the biker kind of stuff, and then he goes to. All we actually get to see of him is him just like run, and then he feels his power armor go.
Yeah, so he's never accessed it before.
Yeah,
He's just
and but we don't know what
And
he
then
actually.
jumps into
Does
a
he know how to
wall.
fight? Is he a fighter? Like what
It
kind
seems
of
like he
person?
probably
Street
is.
brawler.
Yeah,
probably.
see, I was thinking.
It seems
like
like
he might-
Yakuza kind of.
Yeah, he looks like he's in some
got
sort
the
of biker gang
tattoos
or
or
something.
something.
So we might see a fucking like back arc of him having gang implications and
Right.
everything.
I don't know if he's in a gang. I feel like he's a coffee
Well,
shop
if
dude.
you're in Japan and you have tattoos like
And
that, you're in a
especially if
gang.
he's
Did
fighting
we
in a
see him
mech
have
that
tattoos?
uses-
Yeah, he has tattoos
Yeah.
on his arms.
Did he have no? Okay, yeah, he didn't have sleeves on. They were cut off at the
If he's
shoulders.
fighting in a mech and using like Bushido style shit, the big thing for the Yakuza is actually using blades and shit. So
Have we actually seen him do that though?
Yeah. In,
Well, and his
in the opening
yeah, and
sequence.
he does have a big. It looks like a zanbato.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like he's like cutting up and
Right,
he's like
right.
using
Yeah.
actual like Bushido style
But-
shit.
Get into that part though, like the power armor. I thought that shit was fucking
It's
awesome.
super dope.
The first thing we see of it actually in use is whenever fake ranger gets shot in the fucking ribs,
Yeah.
and you see that shit actually go.
Wham. Yeah, it like dissipates all
Yeah,
the force,
but yeah,
he
yeah.
still feels it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
he's
still
still
see him
super
go.
winded.
You see him go.
So
Yeah, that was super cool, and the fucking sound of it. Once we got to the fight between Yellow Ranger, I can't remember her name, so I'm going with Yellow Ranger and fucking Fake Ranger. Like the fight between the two of them, every single time you heard that start going on, that was so cool. That was like whenever you actually,
whenever they power
you start
up.
seeing the colors
Yeah.
start rising up in them. Like I really love these suits, and the coolest thing about it is that they're just a prototype. That's just a prototype of the real deal, Mr.
Right,
McNeil.
I doubt they'll have to power up whenever they get like fully developed.
I
I,
feel
think
like-
it's just a reaction
Yeah,
to
see,
the.
I feel like it's
the-
their endorphins.
Yeah,
almost,
yeah.
almost kind of.
It's like a nervous.
Yeah.
yeah.
Intention.
Right, right, right.
Since you're calling them the Rangers, I just I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
say
they're super
that
fucking
we
Power
both
Rangers.
screamed Power Rangers
Right.
as soon as we saw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
they're super.
They replaced
Rangers. Oh yeah.
Black with green, and it's the fucking Power Rangers. Sort of.
And
White
then we
was
started talking about
replaced
the
with
Age of
green.
Ultron.
White was replaced with green.
White's not an original Ranger.
No.
Neither of them were they? It was
Black.
No.
Black is. Green's not.
Yeah.
It was white
replaced-
before it was green.
No, it was green before it was
It
white.
was green before it was white.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then green wasn't original Ranger
Neither,
either.
either. No.
It was just red, blue, pink, yellow, and black.
Right. So we have like a purple. We have a.
Yeah.
It's everything but.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a purple. We have a green. That was another thing. We already knew that yellow was going to be good. I really liked the fact that it was purple. It was like brown. There were off colors for all the people that were good, and the guy that was bad was strict blue.
Yeah, he seemed too hardline. I'm a soldier
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
like
Like,
actually that.
but-
Like you
but-
want to be on the front
Yeah.
lines, and he's like,
You associate blue with good, 9 times out of 10.
He was too American.
And we're like with purple and green,
For sure.
and those are
I
colors,
hate
those are
blues.
colors that you, those are colors that you typically associate with bad characters.
He was.
yeah,
But since he was blue, like you kind of like wanted
Right.
to like side with him, but then
Yeah.
he turned bad. I love that.
He
I
was-
love how they take that
Right.
traditional trope and just flip it on its head.
which
See, I
again,
didn't
I
think of
feel
anything
like
about
we're
the
gonna
colors.
we're
I
gonna
always think about colors.
I really thought that they were talking about red when
Red,
uh,
Idiosan.
Idiosan. They were talking about. I really thought they were talking about Idiosan when they were talking about the union thing.
Yeah.
Because I caught on to the fact that he might be a gang member.
Right,
presumably,
right.
With the tattoos and everything, and fucking, I thought that it was gonna be like he was a part of the union in some kind of shitty way. And I really thought they were talking to him, and then when I came, I totally did not expect that America Duke to fucking be the.
Oh, so you didn't expect it to be him?
Nope, didn't.
Man, the moment that they said
His attitude was way too
yeah,
strict
it-
by the lines.
it was the moment that he said, man, what was it? It was after they put on the power suits, but before that they got caught and whatnot. He said something about like being super into something happening, and he was just like, yeah, like he just looked evil. He immediately looked evil, and I had second thoughts about him. And then whenever people came out with him, like whenever they said that, and people came at him with guns, I was like, yeah, it's totally gotta be this guy.
I genuinely thought that the union thing was going to be a misunderstanding completely.
Really?
I
Just because
thought-
of Yellow Chick?
Well, not. I didn't even see that coming. So like when they pointed out the union thing, I thought it was going to be Idiosan. I thought it was going to be a complete misunderstanding, and then Weller come in and
Just fix the
defuse
situation.
Well, see, I thought it was gonna be the yellow lady because that was just another thing on top of her character, taking away Wheeler's right hand man
Yeah.
for like a time being.
I feel like,
Or
yeah,
something.
it's too early in the jazz for that, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, that still would look cool.
I also only see in muted colors. Like colors aren't a big thing.
Yeah.
Ah, well,
You keep forgetting colorblind.
I do, because color blindness in a female is rare to non-existent.
Well, I wasn't born colorblind. It was from a medicine I was taking.
Yeah. That's why, but
What?
still, nonetheless.
Yeah, it almost gave me glaucoma, but instead they tried to fix the pressures.
Jesus.
And so now I see like muted grays and colors in one eye and the other eye's fine.
That's weird.
But I have to go to the optometrist like twice a year at least.
Crazy.
you know, I feel like this whole thing with the union is gonna end up being, like, if this feels like the line is too, it's too bold between these two factions, as it's been presented to us, for it to actually be the case. I think that there's definitely going to be a reason that the union has traction and is able to convince people of doing all this
I
shit.
feel like when we figure out how much of the world is affected by the union,
Right.
then we'll get more answers on that.
Right, well, I mean, apparently that's the main conflict here, right?
Well, yeah, but all of America was okay until New York got taken over.
Right.
I mean, we don't
Well-
know that.
No, that's what we saw was America was the first. In the maps that we saw in the background and everything, the only part of it that had turned red yet was New York getting attacked, and then it washed over with red. And then in the next sequence, after the 4-year gap, we saw half of America had been taken over.
But
Right,
we don't,
right,
we don't
right.
know
See,
if like the
here's the
union
thing.
was planted in other
Right.
places.
I think
Yeah,
we're
that's what I'm
gonna
saying,
we're gonna
is how much
see.
of the world is affected by it, and
Right.
then we'll see what their traction is and why.
Mm-hmm.
I think
they
we're
got
gonna
what they
see
got.
that the union isn't just this like power-hungry mass of people trying to overthrow this
Yeah,
just
that's-
government.
There are other
Yeah,
people with
it's
their own
gonna
ideals. Yeah.
right. It's definitely. I think it's gonna be like the conflict is gonna have some inherent relation to this like autocracy that we've got in the military.
What's it called? It starts with a P. Well, no, it's not the union. It's the other side. Like Pilly?
Yeah, what are they?
Pillory?
Pillory? Pillory? It's one of. It
Like
starts
the
with
party or something like that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's something weird. Like there's gotta be another side to it.
right. See,
And
because
it can't just be something evangelical.
Yeah,
like
it's on the
there's
side of
some
that
crazy
fucking
something
building. I
happening.
can't remember what it is.
the
Looks like a UN
even
building.
the nomenclature even lends itself to a kind of Marxist struggle, and that's like the party versus the union.
Yeah.
It sounds like that, you know, like
And especially if it's Pillory, and I can't remember if it is or not, but that sounds way too much like piety. So
Yeah.
it's a little too on the nose
Right.
for this to be really a good guy side.
Flying
Right.
monkeys.
And if this military has been like running all these drills and basically dominating all of America, at least up until this point, then there's got to be some reason they were established or some threat that they thought they were going to potentially face.
Especially since they knew
Right.
that they were coming.
And
they
also-
were like, this isn't a drill,
Right.
this isn't a terrorist action, this isn't airspace
Right.
violation or whatever.
And also, again, the fact that the Genlock program started immediately prior to this conflict happening
Yeah.
makes it seem like it definitely feels like something is going on.
You
they're
think
not
Weller?
privy
You
to
think
yet.
Weller got a hold of something that they had, or
I think Weller
a
is
part of them?
no, not necessarily a part of the Union, but I mean it's possible. But I think
think so.
he's just sort of orchestrating these events in order to test his wild theories
Yeah,
on some level, or maybe he has
a
'Cause-
bigger theory that
right.
he's starting out with this small thing.
right because we're not certain about his motivation, only his interest.
Yeah, he's kind of a what was the name of the Freaks and Geeks character in Crunch Time?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Sam.
Sam.
No, Sam is the
No, it's
No.
Sam's the dumbass.
right. What is
Not
his
Larry, dumbass.
Who are
but-
we talking about?
In Crunch Time, there's a character. He's the genius who created the brain frame.
Right.
He is all like what the Weller into him is also like. This guy had he already knew like 10 steps ahead what he was trying to create. Whenever he created the brain frame,
See, I get very
just like Weller.
director vibes from Weller.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
the ends justify the means,
Right.
kind of.
Yeah.
No, I
Sort of
definitely
thing.
feel that. I
'Cause
feel
he,
that 100%.
he preserved a corpse basically for the means of science.
Yeah.
Like he could have let this guy
Can we talk
die.
about that next?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after this conversation.
No, I
is
mean
done.
that kind of bookended things.
No. Well,
What?
he has like an arm and he's a torso and a
right,
head.
right. Yeah, he has no lower half. Man.
Like he's completely covered in scars and bruises, and you can see like
was-
the blood vessels are still busted in the back
Yeah,
of his head.
and
Like
you
it's
can-
literally just preserving the state that they found him in. He hasn't healed in
Yeah,
any way.
I feel like the parts of his face that are like it almost looks like veins and scars. I feel like that's where the nanotech got
Yeah.
into his head and everything.
Mhm.
That's my own personal vision of it. Man,
Right.
a moment from that. His best friend is voiced by Miles. I don't know if everybody knew that.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's totally Miles, Hispanic Miles, which is fucking wonderful. I couldn't tell it was Miles for the first few lines that he had.
I didn't know until you just told me.
At first,
Yeah.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
Miles Morales, and I was like,
Oh,
backtrack,
That's
backtrack,
crazy.
backtrack.
Hang on. Pump the brakes.
No, Miles Luna, the
Yeah.
voice of Felix and
You took me a minute.
Jean Arc.
and and David from Camp Camp.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation that they had together and everything of him just saying like, "Oh, you've lost weight," and all that and it was so good and
And then Wheeler.
the
thanks
best
him.
part, yeah. Whenever he just goes,
Thank you.
"Thank you."
Yeah.
It's been 4 years since Chase has seen any of his friends, seen anybody whatsoever that he had contact with. Like his maybe future wife hadn't seen him for 4 years. Like he's been through a lot. I'm guessing for the first little while he was screaming at them about how he wanted to go see his people and everything.
Or just die.
Or
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
die.
yeah, or just fucking die because I'm less than half a human.
Can we talk about the Data-esque dude at the briefing? The guy who did the super high whistle?
Oh,
What's with
Like
him?
Data from Star Trek?
Yeah. He totally had that.
I'm assuming
Oh,
he was
yeah,
something
the
else to do
android.
with,
Yeah.
Was it an actual
Yeah.
android?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to get more on him for sure.
Yeah, I also feel like he's another experiment of Wheeler's.
Yeah.
No, he was.
Well, no, he was already
no,
at the
was-
base.
Was he already there
He was
before?
already at the base.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So-
feel like that might just be an external part of the future because it's 1972 or
Was he at the
2072.
It's 1972. Deep in the future, 1972.
Was he at the base to begin with, like 4 years prior? Because Wheeler has been working on this stuff for at least
It's
4
Weller.
years.
It's Weller.
Weller,
Okay.
Wheeler. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
No, I'm just saying. because it was-
Mariah's dad is
Oh,
into some
but
crazy
Chase-
shit.
But by the way, Chase's,
So many names.
Chase's best friends are voiced by Miles, Gray, and Chad. Chad from Screw Attack, the guy that does the voice of Boomstick. Gray Haddock is the guy who created Genlock. He is the official runner, and Miles is, well, fucking Miles. Motherfuckers.
Wait, Gray? What is
Gray Haddock. He's also the voice of Roman Torchwick in
right,
Ruby.
Right.
He's also the head of animation.
Yeah, he's
Right. Okay, cool.
But not so hands-on anymore because of that.
Fair enough.
I mean, other than when in Genlock, where he's incredibly hands-on because he created it.
Well, I think it means like hands-on as in doing
Like,
the actual
doing
animation,
the actual animation.
Oh.
as opposed to just directing.
No, I
people.
feel like he was more of a director to begin with.
No,
Was
he
it?
was super hands-on, and then he stepped off of that to
Right.
be the head.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
They,
think they had
talk,
enough
they talk
people.
about it a lot, like how he had to make a decision on whether he wanted to
he's
keep
awesome.
on being an animator or actually do that
Right.
and direct and shit.
Cool fun
So-
fact about Gray Haddock is that his the Japanese voice actor for Ruby also it's the same. He was in a previous anime, something bigger. I don't know what the name was, but he did the dub version, and like the guy that did the voice of the guy that he does the voice of in the dub did the voice in the sub, and now they flip flop for Ruby. Like, and so the same character
pretty
did the voice of Roman Torchwick. I don't know what the other anime was. I can't remember. He's been in a lot of different.
Yeah.
He has a wonderful voice.
Mm-hmm.
But
He-
it is
he
super
can
cool
go
how that
places.
works.
Yeah,
Because
I mean-
if you did that in one series, then obviously you could do it the opposite direction, like because the voices are similar in those
Yeah.
nuanced ways.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I think about stuff like that, the first thing I think of is like the voice difference between Master Roshi and Japanese Master Roshi. How Japanese Master Roshi is like much more like much more lower toned to him, and then like English Master Roshi is like more up here.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Goku,
Oh yeah.
where he's
It's flipped though.
much
yeah.
more. He's
It's
much
high-pitched
higher
in-
pitched
in
in
Japan,
Japanese
yeah.
than he is.
He's voiced by a woman.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. He said, yeah, oh yeah.
And
She's like
then-
90 years old or something.
Yeah.
But like him being high pitched in English almost wouldn't make sense.
Well, it
For
doesn't.
some
It doesn't
reason.
abridged for sure.
For,
No.
well,
well,
but
I mean, it would if he's a little kid because
yeah. I
your
mean,
voice lowers
yeah.
when you hit puberty.
Right.
what do you mean?
Your voice lowers when you hit puberty.
I mean, what do you mean?
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Talking more about adult.
What do you mean?
Colin's
I was
voice hasn't
saying-
changed at
No,
all.
not at all. It's been like this the entire time.
Well, ever since he came out of the womb, he gets, "Hey, mom."
That's terrifying. Just a little bit.
Oh,
Gar, gar.
Fucking no. I mean, what I'm saying is, fucking Goku adult being high pitched in English just doesn't. Seem
Oh
to have
well,
made
we
sense
just
where
started with Dragon Ball, so when I think of Goku, I think of little Goku.
So that's the best Goku.
I'm thinking of adult Goku in Japanese is super high pitched in comparison
I feel
to
like it would work in
adult
I
English.
feel
Goku
Well,
in English.
well, the
like it
point
totally.
with in Japanese, and it should be the point in English too, is that Goku is in Arrested Development.
Right.
He's voiced by the same person that voiced when he was a kid because he's still a kid at
A
heart.
child.
Like
A child's mind.
His voice is a little bit deeper as an adult.
a little
Oh,
bit,
yeah.
but not.
Especially, I mean, once he gets angry, it still goes deeper, just the same way that Sean Schimmel does it.
Yeah, a little bit. Like if you're
Yeah.
comparing it to young Gohan or Goten or something. But
When she does the pissed off monologues in Japanese, it definitely shows.
Oh, yeah.
I am a fucking adult.
Ooh, yeah, the fucking Goku Black. Oh man, whenever he figures out that they killed Chi-Chi. Yeah, ooh, the Japanese is so much better. Oh, I don't know, it's hard to pick. Sean Schimmel's a god. Nonetheless, back to
Genlock.
the beautiful Genlock.
Uh,
I want to know how what it is that gives old dude control over the nanites.
I was wondering that too.
Whenever he's sitting there making the nanobots move from person to person and like roll around them like that.
He's
That's
using
true.
hand motions.
Yeah, he's using them hand motions, but is it like directly connected to
Yeah.
his knock?
Or is like something in his
I was
hand?
gonna
Yeah.
assume it was a sensor in his hand.
See, yeah, I mean, like there's multiple options there because it's 2072, and we don't
It's
know. what kind-
1972.
I was about to
We're
say it
deep
again.
in the future.
also, did we see the nanites die?
Yeah. Well,
When he died.
No, when
They just dropped,
we
didn't
saw in episode 1, we saw people coming with flamethrowers.
That's not what I was talking
No, he's talking about like
When
When he
Guy
died,
No.
got
We
in.
never saw that actually happen. We never saw the nanites
I
go
assume
down.
they just fell out of the air, like whenever.
I would assume.
So
Yeah,
do
but I don't know.
they magically just like lose control and
Right.
die, or is there a central host to where they try to move back to?
Right.
We didn't actually see what happened to the nanobots
I was looking for
beforehand.
that the last like.
See, yeah,
the
same here.
last two
Same
times
here.
I
I was
watched
trying
it,
to
was
figure
like,
out what had happened, but you don't actually
nothing
see
Yeah.
the nanobots do anything.
We might see some of that next
But
episode.
then they're not
Might be-
around any of the other characters anymore.
Right.
So
They could have just dissipated and hid.
Yeah.
and-
To getting to the next episode, man, Dr. Weller is a very straight to the point kind of dude. The fucking he's like, and this like after old dude dies, after Fake Ranger dies, he's like, and this is why we do such rigorous tests.
Yeah.
And who wants to go next? Like, but beforehand, at the beginning of the episode, he's like, we still have personal testing that we have to do, but then immediately he's just like, who wants to go next? But I'm guessing he was kidding. Hopefully he was kidding, and it's like it's a point of he still has to do one-on-one questioning with him,
Right.
and the next next one maybe 2 episodes might be getting that one-on-one time with
These
all
are
these
developing the
characters.
characters.
Exactly, like getting to know more about them because they obviously already cohese pretty well.
We have a good excuse to have an info dump though,
Yeah,
with all the
for
different
sure.
characters.
Yeah, but like we already saw that they already worked well together. They were already like being cool with each other and everything. Nobody.
Yeah, they did work really
Yeah,
well together.
even
from
on the
start.
plane, whenever there wasn't any combat whatsoever, like they were just sitting there chilling and talking and being cool with each other.
Right. I think
I like that they established an F word.
yeah. I think
Like,
Purple
okay.
Chick kind of got offended for a second at
Weller,
no at
Maisie's, right?
no at
McLeod,
no.
Idiosan.
Idiosan, because he fell asleep on her, and she
Yeah.
thought he was like intentionally invading her space for a second, but then he
See,
apologized, he said
I feel
excuse
like-
me whenever she saw the
I feel like
the translation.
if we were going like Elder Scrolls, different guilds,
Yeah.
she would be in the Thief Guild.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what especially since
Oh.
she's good with knives like that.
Right. It's for like a role playing party. They're
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a role playing party, I see her as the thief chick. Fucking Fox McCloud of Clan McCloud is she's
like the wizard,
wizard,
the
tech
support,
guy. Yeah, support.
support character.
And then
fucking
Idiosan's gonna end up being the brood of them.
yeah,
I feel
Idiosan's like the barbarian.
Is
Yeah.
it gonna have
Fucking-
subtitles the entire time?
I hope so.
It's either that or it's
Whenever
either
we
that or-
yeah, or we see the
they're
translation.
they're gonna do like a Martian Manhunter thing where they're able to they're all able to just understand each other.
That's what I was telling him about.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, they may invent a tag that's gonna explain why everyone can talk, or like why you can understand them in English.
I mean,
I feel like I
Just a
hope he
battlefish.
speaks Japanese the whole
Just a
time.
battlefish
I
When
mean,
we see
tag.
him.
I feel I really
mean, I
hope
know,
that he
but-
doesn't have eye contacts and he's actually able to just understand everybody.
That'd be cool.
Like he's actually already bilingual. I thought that was one of the other things that I thought like because the only person that I remember actually seeing do a first person point of view and showing their eyes was Valentina,
You'll have to
the
go
Russian
back
chick.
and rewatch to see if his glow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hers were the only one that I saw like actually like do that first person view though,
Yeah.
and like making
But
a
the
point.
rest of them like glowed or like made a
Yeah.
weird shape. is
Hold
what
up.
I'm saying.
He's bilingual, but he's still choosing to speak in Japanese with all of his.
It's
Yeah,
his
because
native tongue, baby.
we're in a
It's his
day-
native
It'd still be
tongue.
easy.
We're in a day and age that if he speaks in Japanese, especially if Japanese is his main language, he's more expressive in that language, which means that if they're getting the exact translation of what he's saying, they're going to get it better than if he tried to say it in English anyway.
Fair.
If he knows that everybody can understand him already, why wouldn't he just speak Japanese?
That's fair.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I want to get further on this party thing. Fucking, we got a rogue. we got a fighter in Chase. We have a.
I would see McLeod more as like an alchemist of future tech alchemist.
Right. She could be any kind of support
Yeah,
character.
yeah, she's
like a bard or anything
I also
like that.
don't see Chase as a fighter. He's more of a ranger.
Okay, well, then a ranger. Yeah, you could.
I mean,
you
we
could
don't
totally
really
be
know
a
right
ranger.
now. We haven't got
I-
any sort of
No, I mean just
out
like
of the
personality wise.
Yeah.
Flight and the
Right.
having.
the flight. That wasn't really flight.
Hold on. No, in the intro sequence you see him flying,
Oh,
and in the flight and in the projectiles and everything that you see in the intro sequence, and him being a dogfighter, it makes more sense for him to be a ranger than as a fighter.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
okay.
Yeah, we got a rogue. We got a monk in the.
Honestly, I think that the monk would have been Macy's character.
Chase is
Because if you see it during the opening sequence, she's running the fuck around and whooping past people and hitting and hitting and hitting the entire fucking time in her little bunny suit shit.
I feel like she's
sequence.
more quick
But-
and keeping distance kind of chick.
Yeah, I think.
She didn't shoot any projectiles though. She was actually hitting.
I didn't mean for projectiles.
Right, I'm talking about like.
Support.
Yeah, as they function
She's not a combat character. From the second episode, we
in their
can see that
personage,
she's
not
a-
in their mechs.
Yeah,
I'm saying
we
like,
can see that she's not a combat character from episode 2. Because nobody else got super freaked out about the fact that somebody died. The first person that you see eyes go as she sees a body fall over is only Fox McCloud of Clan McCloud. Like you only see her just go. She's just like she freaks out about it.
also she's expressed non-combat skills.
Yeah.
Do you keep saying Fox McCloud of Clan McCloud?
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Highlander.
Like a reference.
Yeah.
it's
I'm making sure that's what I'm hearing.
that is what you were hearing.
Okay.
Fox McCloud, Clan McCloud.
She is the Highlander.
Go watch Star Fox Adventures with Aaron, and you can hear more on
Just
Fox
drop a
McCloud,
link.
Clan McCloud.
Right. Show fucking shameless.
Do you ever finish that, by the way?
Yeah, there's still a few more episodes on there. I haven't actually beaten the game yet.
So what else?
Other than that, we didn't really get on fucking Weller in the elevator. We got on him for a few
Oh.
seconds,
God, so
but
good.
fucking him asking those questions and being so cordial with him, just being so like, just
His
completely-
immediate brain digging.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he wasn't even worried about it. And even before that, whenever he's just like, you're pointed at the most treasured mind in Pafifity or whatever it's called, and he's just like, I'm pretty sure she's pointing at you.
But thanks for that.
Me?
Yeah, but thanks. I loved that. Man, no, just his character's so good. So good.
And very, very outwardly, psychologically, fucking, like, amazing.
He's a
Yeah,
manipulator.
in-
You know
in
he had a
manipulating
harder
everything that's
childhood
going on.
in the younger years.
For sure.
Okay.
Or a lot of.
But then once he hit a certain age, he probably didn't give a shit about anybody else, but other people were probably just like, because you can tell by his,
He does seem like a sociopath.
like, the way he's speaking to people and everything, like, whenever, like him just saying spoilers, or, whenever he makes the joke of, like, that's confidential.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding. And then starts having brain farts in the midst of trying to explain all this. Like he goes, and what was that? What was that? Oh. Like, the way he, oh man, I love his stuttering.
The
kind of
neurological
banter.
savant kind of thing that he has going on is really enticing. I want to know more about him so bad.
Yeah.
David Tennant seems like a really good choice.
Oh,
to play
fuck
Oh,
yeah.
perfect choice.
Yeah.
Perfect choice. Not a choice I ever thought of, except for the fact that they chose him.
Honestly, I'd probably stroke his dick on any role, but either
Yeah,
way,
same.
True.
I love him as this for sure.
Where do we think the next episode is going to go? I've already said that I feel like it's going to be the person by person getting to know the characters.
I feel like it's definitely
Gotta
going to be
do
a lot more testing, and I think that Chase may finally have the opportunity to talk to Miranda.
See, I feel like Miranda's actually going to go in and see
Like-
the 25% body that is.
Because she was trying to, right?
She saw him. Yeah, you saw the reflection in her eye of his fucking tube case.
Oh, I didn't know she actually
Right.
saw the case.
Yeah. You see like
She's right up there.
Yeah, right before the nanobots and everything come in, you see her look at, like, you see like a point of view of like close to her eyes, and then you see a reflection of
Was
the
that why
case.
she stepped back?
Yeah, she's like, I'm not ready.
Did
Yeah.
anybody else want that robot to go fucking combat mode?
Oh,
The,
no.
big, the giant one? Or
No.
No, he's talking about the small one that actually initiated
That
that guy
initiated
the
to
sequence and
go
everything.
into the sequence. No.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
I
I'm
kind of
completely-
wanted that to happen.
I
I
feel like
we'll-
saw what happened.
Yeah.
And then
What
I think
happened
I think
was
we'll
like
get
better.
it. Well, I think we'll get it at some point.
Oh, those
Probably.
robots? I feel like those robots are like, I mean,
They seem like protocol droids
Yeah,
type
exactly.
things, yeah.
Unless somebody like specifically says attack mode,
Yeah. or something.
override protocol B29er.
What was interesting to me also, Chase, being able to activate his own robot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, him just how easily it was
Yeah,
done.
he could just be like
Yeah,
override,
it just said override. He was like,
which is
he's probably been there. He's been there since close to the beginning of everything
Right,
happening.
right.
He was the first, probably the first person.
He said he was the first.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was the first person
first
to get
success
added
And
to
he's
it.
Well,
probably been using
yeah.
it for at least 3 years.
right. But it reveals a like fold of their dynamic that he is trusted enough with the technology to be able to access it himself whenever he so chooses.
Yeah,
I feel like he also has nothing to gain from fucking them over at this point. I mean,
Well, he
can't-
could
his
orchestrate
body-
his own death.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
Which-
he could. Yeah,
which is probably the exact same reason that Weller was thanking his best friend.
For reacting that
Yeah,
way.
for being like thank you for treating him like he's a human.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking to him that
Right.
way. Thank you. And probably something off screen that probably happened was him telling him, like, he's not the same guy that you know.
Right.
Like, there's differences about him, but he needs that
I
push.
feel like Yellow was trying to hit at that whenever she was saying, "I want to have a beer," or
You're gonna have to
Lucasfilm was
pour it in
saying-
his tank.
Yeah.
got there.
Yeah.
Fucking, what was it? The fact they're referencing Siege over and over
Right.
again, right?
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
no,
is
no.
that-
I
Could
feel
it
like,
possibly be the same thing?
I feel like that they're planning on making a game, making a board game
I mean,
for
that makes
for
sense.
Genlock, just the
Kind
same
of.
way that they kind of did with Ruby and.
But they kept referencing
Specifically
specifically
Siege.
Siege,
That's the name
And he
of
said
it.
gaming, like,
and
I thought they
like
specifically said video gaming at one point, but I could be wrong.
I don't think they said video game.
no.
You may be right.
They
I
did
don't
say
know.
gaming when it's like, I haven't said no to gaming with the boys.
Yeah.
But later he's like, "Oh yeah," he said, "No, do you want to go play a game?"
pretty sure that all games are video games at this point
You would hope so.
in time. Like I would think
In
even if they are
1972?
board games, they're still like video games, like VR
Yeah, like,
fucking shit.
I mean, they're literally living and being able to do VR in.
Yeah, so
Right.
why would you
R.
have
I would hope
anything?
so.
Yeah, you can do VR in R.
Yeah.
So why?
fucking.
Why would you have pieces
Yeah.
to move when you could just go?
Yeah, you
At
can,
some point, the V and the R just
Yeah,
combine,
it's just-
and then it's just R.
It's
Well,
just,
it's AR.
it's just ver
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah,
No,
it's AR.
it's ver.
Yeah.
Well, it's augmented reality.
Right,
At
and
that
it's so
point.
many
So
versions.
it's
So many
AA.
versions.
AR. It's
Yeah.
R.
Yeah.
So many versions of it. We're up to like 15 now.
Yeah.
It's like some people think it's dangerous, but you know.
Yeah, but some people still believe that there's only two though. Just R and VR. That's all. That's all. Anything else is just like a byproduct, and it doesn't actually count.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, is his sister making like legit money off of being a fake pop star?
We
It
don't
seemed
know.
that way. It
Yeah.
seemed that way
There were
because she had like
12,000
right.
people watching her.
right.
It said
So
it down in the
possibly.
corner.
There's
Yeah.
absolutely nothing like
I
like.
didn't pay attention to the rest of it. I just
Right.
saw iView and
I
12,000.
like how they show that she couldn't actually sing.
But,
It
but
was
at the
just
same
like-
but at the same time, I feel like it was kind of like a rock band kind of deal. Like she
That's
was
what I
just
thought.
playing a game,
right.
and her saying she was live. I
But-
could be playing Guitar Hero, my mom unplugs it, and I was live in front of all those people.
Well, she said live streaming.
no, she didn't say live streaming.
They
she
did-
said, "Mom, I was live."
Right, but then later
on,
Julian
she
says,
says-
where you is streaming. Do you get extra
Ah.
credit
Through
for streaming?
affiliate-
Yeah.
affiliate.
Yeah.
And the fact
about
that
my
there's an
adoring
eyeball with
fans?
12,000 next to it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. But man, still, she's such a fake asshole. Come on, you heard the difference between her voice in the game and outside the game.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Come on.
Fucking any auto-tuned.
That was more than auto-tune. That was a different person's voice.
Yeah, but this is
Completely.
2068.
She's just fucking those people.
This is
over.
1972. People are just.
just throwing it out
Yeah.
there.
Fuck you. But other than that, I can't think about.
When did
I mean, other than yeah. Next episode, is there anything in particular that anybody else
I
wants?
think
to...
we're gonna see some 1v1 combat training with the mechs. I want to see that.
I don't
at
think we're
least.
gonna get the mechs yet. I think
I
that we're not
hope
gonna
so.
get the mechs. I think mechs is going. I think them actually getting in the mechs and doing something will be like third to mid-season finale.
They're protecting their investment. I'll guarantee there's going to be combat training between the 4 of them before we see them the next at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll be satisfied.
yeah.
with
We
that.
got to get that personal time.
Right.
You need to go.
Oh, we've already seen the.
There's a show you should go watch.
We've
It's
already
called
seen-
Voltron.
Oh, I've seen
The
Voltron.
the newest series.
No, I haven't seen the new one.
See, that's
we
what
were
I'm
talking
talking
about
about.
Voltron. though,
Yeah, because
and
they're fucking
It's-
Voltron for sure.
It's animated and worked on by some of the same people
It's
that
five
did
mechs that work together.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yep.
Yeah,
So that some of the people, like the people, a lot of
Wait,
the
have you
same
not seen
people,
any of it?
not the new one.
a lot of the
Good.
same people that made that made Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra.
That's cool.
Are you saying that those mechs are going to combine?
No, I'm
No,
saying.
they're not going
I'm
to
saying
combine.
5 mechs that work in
If
unison
they
and are
combine-
multicolored.
Well, the whole thing of Voltron is the
Right.
ability for them all to
If
link
they
together.
combine,
That's also
I'm
the
gonna-
whole thing of Power Rangers.
But that's
that you
Power
need
Rangers
to play
too. But
earlier.
that's comparable also. Like,
But the 5 mechs of
They ain't
5
gonna-
people out.
If they combine, I'm gonna ship bricks.
that'd
I'm
be
gonna
fucking
ship bricks,
awesome.
and it's probably gonna be super cool. And I'm gonna ship bricks, and at the same time, I'm gonna be like, "Why the fuck did you do that? Why did
And
you make
that'd
me
be
ship
awesome.
bricks?"
Also the mechs in outside of the Megazord, the mechs in Power Rangers prove to be completely futile almost every fucking time.
But-
whereas in Voltron, they're
Why-
Sometimes they
like,
work.
why
Sometimes
have-
just the.
Why have
Barely.
people mechs just to make a bigger person mech?
Because awesome.
Like, look at me.
I mean,
I'm a human-shaped robot, but I turned into a shoe. I
yeah.
don't think that's as cool as a cheetah turning into a shoe or a triceratops turning into an arm.
How is it? It's all weird as fuck. Like,
but animals turning into different pieces to make a human robot are a lot cooler than a human turning into a giant or human robot.
Yeah,
Why,
but
though?
he wasn't saying that they were gonna actually link together.
Well, no, I know that
I
he
wasn't.
wasn't. I was just saying.
but
in
now
my
I
own
don't
head
have a
this
problem
is-
with it. Like,
So, now you're making
if
it
it's
seem
fucking
cooler.
5 lion robots turning into a giant person is fucking weird too. Like,
Are they lions in Voltron?
yeah.
Yeah, they are lions. They are lions. They're mystic
I was
lions.
like-
Man, but you should really watch it. It's super good. That show's super good. It's got fucking Rufio in it. Same
Marco
guy
Rubio,
that, the same guy that this
the presidential candidate.
no the same guy that plays the voice of Zuko in
Oh,
Avatar.
right, Marco Rubio. Yeah.
No, yep, Marco Rubio.
Marco
But-
Rubio yell
No.
instead of Bangarang.
I'm thinking that we're gonna get actually them in the mix mid-season, and we're gonna actually get to see them train. But other than that, if anybody else does anybody else have anything going on?
They got nothing.
Nothing. Kick.
Thank you, Zach.
I mean, we're only getting what 8 episodes.
I believe so. 8
So
or 6.
so mid-season is the next couple episodes anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I think we're gonna get. I think we get 12.
we've already said 8.
Have they?
Yeah,
Oh.
The pilot count.
I'm not. I think so. I think it counts. Yeah,
So
because
we only
episode
have
2 is
4
up.
more episodes.
No, we have 6 more episodes. We got 2.
Yeah. Yeah. That's math.
Yeah, that maths.
That is math.
So I think this next episode, I don't think we're gonna wait too long to get like action in the mechs because you got to have that
Same.
hook. You can't drag that hook along too long.
Right.
Almost 30-minute episode of them getting figured out and to make sure that they mesh well with the mechs. They
Mhm.
mech well with the mesh, and then next episode 4,
Yeah.
we'll get them in the mechs together and actually training. Then at the end of that episode, we're gonna get like something big happening that they're gonna have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cut.
if these all aren't 22 apiece, I'm gonna be upset.
They're all going to be about that length.
God, I hope.
Yeah, me too.
With Michael B. Jordan and all those different other
That's
actors
what
in
I'm
there,
saying.
they gotta have it to be over 20 minutes
No
long. in all
fucking
of
way
them.
they're not gonna do episode length.
What?
Like,
Anybody got anything else on there? No? Thank you guys for tuning in for the first bit on the first word for Genlock. We'll be back next week, obviously, with the next part. Thank you so much for tuning in. These are people, and I am people, and it would be great to say goodbye.
And
Like and subscribe.
make sure to watch yesterday's episode on the finale of Ruby, and said like and subscribe, and we will see. Huh?
hit that bell.
Yeah, hit that bell because YouTube doesn't let anybody know anything.
Point it to Nolan real quick, because he wants to say that he said it, and not me.
Uh,
No, he's the other camera.
No one.
oh, hello.
He said it, not
I
me.
was the one that insisted that you like and subscribe. You'll be offending me personally if you don't.
There you go. So we will see you guys next week, and while you're on the channel, check out Child's Play and Life on the Bone Farm, and some of Aaron's Star Fox videos.
Starbucks.
When's the next one? When's the next one go out? Have you put one out in a while?
Put one out like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so Aaron put another one of those soon. Make sure of that. Anyway, later, guys.
Bye.
That's the first word.